Hello, I did a video about a month ago with Tezzeret Cruel Machinist Vanguard, focusing on its -7 ability to give a load of artifact cards in my hand full mana and brought in a full hand of artifacts every turn, which was good fun. But I completely ignored the other part, which is it gives artifact creatures 5/5 base power. So I had some fun with this in some different ways. So I've tried 4 different ways of making that happen in this video. I saw someone else had used threefold Thunder Hulk, which looked quite good fun. What they were doing was exiling it, flickering it back, exiling it, flickering it back into play. And what I've tried to do in this video is just bring it into play, but make it as big as possible. So when I bring another one into play, it continues to make gnome tokens. So when it comes into play, you make X gnome tokens, where X is this creature's power. So it starts off as 3/3, but if you can make it really big, it's not its base power, it's its actual onboard power. You can make quite a nice stack of little 1/2 gnomes, and then use Tezzeret's -7 ability rather, to make all those gnomes +5/+5. So that becomes a very, very mighty stack of gnomes indeed. So this is the first creature I used. Let's see how we got on with this. So I'm joining a game part way through, because I've already got it to 23. I've got March of the Machines on the board, which I had there to try and make it as big as possible. And I've already got 3 gnomes, which is from when I played the original Thunder Hulk. So we're going to get some more of these into play. Now, of course, they're artifacts, so when you use Tezzeret's -7 ability, any of them in your hand get full mana, like that, which is lovely. So let's see, so play the first one. So now 32, and I'm going to put 32 gnomes on the stack. So feel free to fast forward if you like. But there we go, we'll just watch them. So those gnomes became 5/5, and we're going to make 32 more of them on the original stack of 3. And you can see Greg's already not going to make it. But what you can do, I'm going to play another one. Now we're going to add 37 more gnomes. What you can do is what I was doing when I was watching the video back, which is enjoy the unbelievably beautiful animations we have in this game. Look at the flash and the star twirl each time a token comes into play. And you've got time now to enjoy the swirling little planets around the active gems. Quite beautiful game. We're very lucky to have this game. Go play Candy Crush if you don't like the graphics, but this really is lovely. So a couple more artifacts come into play. Yeah, we don't really need that, but I suppose it will clear the board. Boom, there we go, there goes Greg. Right, next one I tried was Hangerback Walker, another artifact. So this is an Origins card, so I had this one forever. So when you match 3 or more gems, you summon a 1/1 Thopter with flying, and a Thopter is a construct and it's an artifact. So very importantly, that little 1/1 can become a 5/5 when I activate Tezzeret's -7 ability. It's a little bit harder to make a stack of these because you're matching gems, so there's only so many you can make each turn. I did think about using the second part, which is when the creature's destroyed, you make 8 Thopters, but I have to include cards that aren't artifacts in the deck then, and it becomes kind of less what I want to do with the Tezzeret Vanguard. So I did try Thopter Spy Network, you can see there in my hand, which is an enchantment, not an artifact, and it didn't really work. So I would think about doing it differently, but you can see I've already got a stack of 8 Thopters, so it's an 8/8. Here's my Tezzeret. So we tap the -7, and those little 1/1 Thopters will become 5/5s. So it immediately becomes a 40 stack. And then I think we can get a few more matches because we get an extra swap. See if we can make it a little bit bigger. It's the useless thought to spy network. Yeah, we'll just clear out Greg's side of the board because I think the game looks much nicer when Greg doesn't have anything in play, don't you? Right, so there's more Thopters, one more Thopter. Let's see if we can get one more. Yeah, one more Thopter. So, just play that, sure. There's the end of Greg. So there we go. Third card I tried was the Mere Propagator. It's a PMA card, pretty useless card really, except that it's a 1/1. When an artifact card enters into play, you reinforce this creature. So it's self-reinforcing because it reinforces itself as an artifact coming into play. So we join the game. I've got a stack of 8 of them again, so the original one plus reinforced 7 times. March of the Machines I think was still in the deck from when I was playing Threefold Thunderhulk, trying to make it as big as possible, but again it's an enchantment, not an artifact. So it was harder to get into play than most of the rest of the cards in the deck. I'm going to let Greg have a turn. I suppose we have to every now and then. One of the downsides of the game, isn't it? Greg has to have turns. So there's March of the Machines, pumps up the Mere Propagator a little bit. But we want to use Tezzeret's -7 to make those 1/1s 5/5s, which we just did. Boom, so it's 60 now. And then play some more artifact cards. And we'll keep reinforcing it. And I think that's March of the Machines triggering to make it bigger as well. Can we get a bit more? Let's just clear Greg's side of the board again. So, got a nice clear street for the homecoming parade. I've really been enjoying this Tezzeret Vanguard and the Tezzeret Planeswalker combo. So if you meet me in training grounds in Standard, there's a good chance I'll be playing this. Let's just confirm that and get Cityscape Leveler into play. And there you go. So we've got 112 worth of Mere Propagator coming into Greg. Boom. Last one I tried was Ovika, which made a massive stack of Goblin tokens. But can you see the problem? They stayed 1/1 tokens when I played Tezzeret's -7 because they're not artifacts, of course. I suppose you can't have charms and good luck and brains.